This is 69 Low KD News
At 7.
with the crew.
Good evening, this is Chris from Low KD News at 7 o'clock, and tonight our top story is a man in Frankfurt, Germany, who was alleged to have shot 2 American soldiers, confesses to the crime this evening. He said that he was inspired to do it after viewing videos on the internet of supposedly American troops beating Muslim women mercilessly. The man confessed and said that he has absolutely no helpers and worked alone. We got this information from the German intelligence office this morning. Our next story takes us down to southern Libya, where the Libyan military releases information that has bombed 2 key towns in the southeast this Thursday, stepping up efforts to reclaim a lost region in the southeast. They say that the area has been taken over by rebels many times, but is now starting to be taken back by the Libyan military. They're also saying that Libyan officials are releasing information that they'll be making a strong push to the south by the middle of this year. Now over to national news. A day after the U.S. Supreme Court affirmed the Westboro Baptist Church's right to protest against homosexuality at military funerals has been passed. Now there have been many things saying that this will cause much violence and hatred and absolute bedlam at these funerals. And one quote from Albert Snyder says, "Something is going to happen, someone is going to get hurt." And that sums up the feeling of many American families. At these funerals, a time to reflect and look back on the lives of loved ones, there will be protests against homosexuality in the military. There has been much debate over this, and some believe that it is just not right to involve this kind of protesting at a personal funeral. And others believe that there is their personal right protected by the First Amendment, and that they have absolutely no reason why they should not be able to protest this. In an 8-1 decision, the High Court ruled Wednesday that the Westboro Baptist Church had a First Amendment right to picket military funerals no matter how hurtful the message may be. The decision ended Snyder's 5-court fight on behalf of his late son Matthew, a Marine Lance Corporal killed in Iraq, whose funeral was picketed by Westboro Church members. "I just can't believe there was no common sense used in his decision," Snyder said. "The worst part of this is," said Snyder, "I know that they're going to use the money to do this other than soldiers." Snyder recalls his son's funeral. "When my son died, I had 2 days ahead of time that we were coming," Snyder said. "I had other children that I had to worry about, and that I did not know that this was going on. Because of the protesters' presence, I had police coming out of the woodwork. I had sheriffs, I had a SWAT team, I had emergency vehicles, and I had media coming in everywhere," Snyder said. "All I wanted to do was have a private, dignified funeral for my son. They turned it into a 3-ring circus," Snyder said. This will be continued to be a heated debate for many months, and we're going over to our next story now, which takes place in West Florida, where investigators say on Thursday they named a suspect in the slaying of 2 children whose bodies were found stuffed into luggage floating in the South Florida Canal, a police spokesperson said. The suspect's name is Glenn Bachman, according to the Delray Beach Police Sergeant Nicole Guerrero. She said investigators are currently searching a house in connection with the case. She refused to provide further details, including the names of the victims. Guerrero told police reporters earlier that the victims are believed to be brother and sister, and their deaths appear to be domestic related. Detectives are trying to find and confirm the tentative identifications of the reporters this Thursday. "We are following up leads to confirm that we have them ID'd and that we believe it's true," she said, "but we added to the detectives and fairly confident what they have found." This will also continue to be a very heated debate on who the suspect is and if it is Mr. Clem. Coming up in the next half hour, we are going to weather and our special feature of the night, so make sure to stick around on 69 Low KD News.
Kool-Aid's got a little captain in him.
This is you playing Call of Duty. Notice no change in his emotion when his hot girlfriend enters the room.
Why don't you call me anymore? No, look at me! Look at me! Why don't you call me anymore? Why don't you call me anymore? Why?
Don't let video games rule your life.
Okay, so we're going to Jaden with sports.
Yes, Chris. I thought today we'd talk about some NBA.
The National Basketball Association of America.
Yep, that's what it stands for, Chris. How about them New York Knicks?
Them New York Knicks, what are you talking about? They got that guy, a caramel-flavored Anthony and Chauncey Big Lots.
Yes, they do.
Okay. Hey, didn't they just lose to that team, the Cleveland Cavaliers? I mean, with that dude, LeBron?
Actually, Chris, LeBron is now on the Miami Heat.
Well, the Miami Heat, then who do the Cavaliers have?
Nobody!
Then how do they lose to them?
I don't know.
I mean, didn't they only win like 2 or 3 or 4 games this season?
I know they have like 120 losses.
I have like 120 losses. I mean, how is that blowing my mind? I mean, I don't even know what we're talking about now. I mean, we're still talking about the NBA or these guys Girl Scouts. I don't even know. So let's see what else we gotta talk about. So we talked about Chauncey Big Lots and what's that guy's name? Caramel flavored Anthony. We talked about LeBron and his new team, the Miami Heat. We talked about the Cleveland Cavaliers and how they're getting absolutely no wins. What do we got to talk about now? What's the coach of the Knicks? What's his name? I heard that he traded. He was the one that proposed the trade for caramel flavored Anthony and Chauncey Big Lots. Now, do you know why they were traded?
I don't know.
I think they might have needed more money. Now, that's just my opinion, but I think it all comes down to money in the National Basketball Association of America, and that is my 2 cents. Now to James Brooks with the weather!
Happy Ramahana Kwanzaa, everybody. All right, we have the weather right over here, right? Yeah. So Pennsylvania, yeah, beautiful state, right? Nope. All right, we got snow, we got rain. Can the weather make up its freaking mind, please? Oh my. All right. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, all right. So yeah, we have purple explosions on the left side of Canada over here. It is rocking the eastern coast like a seizure. All right. Oh my God. Oh, and the penguins in Antarctica. Oh my God, those guys are crazy. They just go.
Hey, medic! Calm down, big boy.
Okay, we are going to take a look at this week's 7-day weather forecast. Our senior weather correspondent, James, has, he wants to talk to all of you.
Yeah, I would like to apologize for my behavior on the last forecast. I forgot to take my medication. They have me on this new thing called Vicodin. Yeah. They gave me a few tranquilizers, and they put me in a straitjacket because they don't want to be liable for any self-damage.
We just want you to know that he is in absolutely no pain.
Absolutely no pain, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely no pain.
Okay, that's great. So here's your 7-day weather forecast. It's looking like, what do we got here, James? Tell us. Tell the world. What do we have for Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday, it looks like we have a wintry mix with a 30% chance of precipitation. About 50 degrees during the day and 41 degrees starting at about 6 o'clock at night.
That's great. What about for the rest of the week?
Looks like just about a wintry mix all up until Tuesday. Then we're actually supposed to get some sun. Thank you, Pennsylvania. Yeah, this is James Brooks signing off for the weather. Yeah. Back to you, Rich.
Go.
Thanks for that interesting report, James. Now we go to Kevin Bacon and Big Vinny for the Cannoli of the Month special feature.
Okay. I am Kevin Bacon here with Big Vinny from his cannoli shop.
How you doing, Mr. Bacon? How you doing this evening?
Quite well, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me onto this 69 locating news, you know. I just wanted to talk to you guys about something very close to my heart, okay? I'm going to talk to you about my cannoli empire. Now, Mr. Bacon over here knows how much of a cannoli fanatic I am. I mean, we got the cream-filled, and we also got the cream-filled cannolis.
And some of them have chocolate chips, alright? Now, I know how...
No, you're not supposed to tell them. They're supposed to come in and find out, and they find the chocolate chips, and then, and then they get the cannolis, and wow, forget about you. Well, okay, so we're gonna talk about the cannolis. So do you know why I love cannolis so much, Mr. Bacon?
No, sir. Why do you love cannoli so much?
Everybody loves the cannolis. I mean, if you don't love the cannolis, your name is probably Paulie from down on 3rd Street, okay?
That is very true. Polly does not like cannolis.
Sorry about that. I got something caught in my throat. Now, these cannolis are the finest grade A cannoli you'll ever see ever. Now, if you want to know about my cannolis more, you contact me or one of my boys down at the docks, down off of St. John Street at about 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? Now, they're going to tell you to fill out a very strict application form, okay? Now, after you fill out this form, you are going to be eligible for Big Vinny's cannolis.
Yes, sir. Pleasure doing business with you.
You too, Mr. Bacon. You feeling footloose today?
Yes, sir. Footloose. Footloose. Oh, God.
This is Rich Major with local and state news. In recent news, Helen Gelly, age 79, has been accused of poisoning her son's girlfriend's drink with antifreeze. This is not the first time she's been in trouble with the law, though. She was also accused of setting arson to her daughter-in-law's house in 1992. Don Simeon, the victim of the poisoning, suffered kidney failure and other internal problems. Gelly has been charged with aggravated assault and reckless endangerment. She was released on bail of $5,000 posted by her son. Another breakthrough. A strike in Lackawanna County is on hold. On Friday morning, the teachers of Old Forge School District, big surprise, need more money, decide that they will not strike at the end of the month. The teachers instead plan to strike on April 21st. If no agreement is reached between the district and the Education Association, the main striking point is health care. Now moving on to state. The parents of a U.S. airman from the western Pennsylvania says he was shot twice but survived a deadly attack on a bus at a German airport. Erin resident Kenneth Bruce Schneider tells the Pittsburgh Tribune Review that 25-year-old Christopher Schneider is stable after being shot in the back and the head. Paula Schneider tells Pittsburgh Post-Gazette her son undergoes surgery Thursday on his eye. She says that he's grateful he survived the attack. 2 of the 4 people shot died. A suspect is in custody. Christopher Schneider is a 2003 graduate of Norwin High School. His wife is being flown to Germany from their home in England. The couple have 2 children. Pittsburgh area teacher suspended since 2006 for immorality charges has been fired for having sex in the classroom with former president of the teachers union. The Mechanicsburg Area School Board voted Wednesday to fire 54-year-old Angela D. Batsta, who taught at Cornell Intermediate School until she was suspended. The Batsta required a public dismissal hearing, which occurred in several sessions last year, during which of her attorney acknowledged she had an affair with a fellow teacher. After which she accused him of harassing her. Collins was fired before he absolved those charges and rehired in 2005. He then retired in 2006. Collins testified during the Bat's hearing that they had sex in the classroom on several occasions, but never with students were present. Good night, guys. This has been 69 Locating News. Signing off, Rich Major.
It's worth your time. It's worth your time.